You're listening to Productivity Monsters in the Morning. We are the energy vault your real estate business needs to get you up and out and excited and productive for the day. We go over trending topics and things that really matter in the market of the moment. Here are your hosts, Tiffany Hampton and Brooke Silva.
Morning, morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So you and I, first of all, you saved the tech girl yesterday. Let's just put that out there. And it's only because I didn't have a password. And I tried every combination and I had one more chance and I was going to get locked out. You and I had the chance to lead our team leaders in a huddle yesterday.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite things to do. And here's why I love it. You and I are not voices on that call all the time.
Right.
So one, they got the Tiffany and Brooke show, and you're not feeling good, so you are punchy as hell and a different version of Tiffany, and it is one of my favorite. I don't like you sick, but I love you sick. Like it sounds so.
There's no filter. Like I
It's
have to work really hard for this filter.
And it's so funny because over the last few years, you smile more, you laugh, you joke, you roll with the punches. It's hysterical. So when you're punchy like that and you have no filter, yesterday was a nitty-gritty call and it needed to happen. So here's what happened. You and I got a whole bunch of text messages after. And it's funny because you and I have been doing the same thing we're doing, and we have been making noise about it. But sometimes you need an outside voice to bring in reason or thinking. So here's why this happened. I had the most amazing pleasure of virtually meeting with a new top agent to our company. He also comes from the IT world, so you know where I'm going.
Yeah, you were in your element.
He said 3 words and I went, "Oh my God, you're a tech person." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "I'm a tech person too. This is what I did." He goes, "I almost did like that too." He goes, "Oh my God, I know the company used to work." I mean, it was like it was like we were separated at birth. A male brain of Brooke. Scariest thing on the planet that there's a second one of me running around.
Yeah.
Well, there is. There's 3 more of me on this planet.
I was going to say, there's plenty of you out there.
So what happened was, okay, there are limitations to any software because I'm not the programmer. I'm not the one clicking the buttons behind the scenes and coding it. And I don't want to be because that's not my forte. And he made my mind think yesterday in a way that I forgot because I'm in a world where we are not true IT people. Just because my role and some of our friends' roles have technology in them doesn't mean we are hardware coding doing this.
You're right.
Our roles actually mean, our titles mean nothing. They don't match what we actually do. At the end of the day, I'm a business consultant and a growth specialist. I have the tools to help you do the things. So I map the tech, the how-to, the tools, the systems, the models to the person.
Yep.
How do I put that in a title? Because growth partner sounds funny. It's like I'm pouring Miracle Grow on you. It doesn't work like that. But that's a good visual of what I do. So he asked me, he goes, "Well, why wouldn't we use this, this, and this and embed it in this?" And I was like, "Wait, people still use that technology?" And he goes, "Yeah, it still exists. And it's just not as talked about because there's all these plug and play widgets now, right? Like anybody can design a website because you drag a box and you type something in and it looks gorgeous."
Back in the day, you had to HTML it.
Right? CSS, like that's what I studied. Yep. It was how to make gorgeous marketing things for the web, but it was true coding and programming of things and learning how to put things in a way and having to understand like spatial awareness of a website and how it loads on different things. And there were no phones like there were now to worry about screens and tablets and all these things. So my life was a little easier. So he was like, he had to go. So he's like, "Girl, try it and let me know." So thank gosh I had a little bit of time blocked after. And I was like, think, if I do this, this, and this, And I was like, all right, type, 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 click, 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 copy, paste, go. And I went,
It worked.
I have been overthinking this. And that long story is this. When you get into a world or a job or a place, you could be in a dentist's office or a vet. Those are your people, and they become your people because they understand your stressors at work. They understand the life you live in, and oftentimes they have the same drive in your industry that you do.
Yep.
And it's hard to sometimes have your friends and family start to think like, oh, I don't understand her anymore. Happens all the time. We talk about tribes.
Yep.
You have to get out of your mold and the same people you talk to, because that one thing also triggered about 5 other things that I'm going to be able to bring to our agents in a higher level class, our agents who are just like up here. And it's going to change how people do things for communications for our agents. If I had not have had that meeting, I would not have thought about this. I can tell you that. He bent my mind in a way I haven't had in a while. So look for groups of people who are like-minded in their what they want to do, their goals for growth, but get out of the industry.
Right.
I woke up on fire today, and I'm teaching a really big class. I am so grateful to Keller Williams because I am the second instructor in a huge new series that they launched. And now, last night, after all this, I was like, oh, I got to change my slides because I integrated something that is so simple that anybody can do it. But now I had to go back and change everything today before my big class.
Right. Yep.
But it's refreshing. So when's the last time you got out of your real estate bubble, Tiffany?
I get out of my real estate bubble all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, in the world of coaching, sports is always an opportunity to learn better, learn more. So getting out of real estate and going into sports coaching, I mean, somebody laughed at me because I told them I was a cheer mom, and they're like, that doesn't fit your demographic or your mind. And I was like, I was a cheer mom. It's okay.
Yeah, but you had a cheer kid, so you have to be a cheer mom.
And yeah, well, I literally was the cheer coach. Like I
That's
could,
awesome.
yeah. But people look at me like, yeah, you really? Yes, because you get outside your box. How do you grow
I
if you're not in your box? Well, first off, there are no boxes. If you're in
There
a
are no
box, out
boxes.
of it. Yeah.
There are no boxes. When the boys were growing up, I moved to a town where I knew no one. It was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I lived in a bubble where all my relatives were 5, 10 minutes away from me. One was walking distance. And I'd never truly been on my own as a single mom with the boys. I made the decision to move for a healthy reason, not because of my family, but to be closer to work, not have 2-hour commutes, and find a school system that could match Matt's disabilities that no school system around us could. So when I interviewed the school system and the special ed department, I said, this is the town we need to be in. The boys and I talked about it. We made the decision to move. One of my friends back north said, you need to get the boys in Cub Scouts and you need to volunteer because you are going to meet the best friends of your life doing that. Now, I may be outdoorsy, can do anything. I can bow and arrow hunt, I can shoot most things, I can drive anything with wheels except for a plane. I can't fly, but I grew up with farm equipment, right? And a dad who had ATVs, dirt bikes. If it moves, I love it. It's like one of those weird redneck, buried things about me. And I love growing things and getting dirty outside. I was not prepared for scouts.
Yeah.
But what happened was I have met incredible people that as the boys grew are still a part of my life, even though scouts is done. Tommy's 23 this year. Right? Scouts is done for him, and it has been since high school. Matt was done in high school, and now Hope's involved in Girl Scouts, and I'm involved in Girl Scouts. And Girl Scouts is a little different, I'll tell you. Parents are a little different because you're not camping every weekend. You're not as aggressively outside as you were with Boy Scouts, which is okay. If I never winter camp again, I'm okay. but I got to be a scout leadership, and I got to meet people and get out of my comfort zone. And those people also provided opportunities for me in the future. I provided opportunities for them. I got their kids' jobs places that I worked with people. I have fixed things. They have fixed things at my house. I've had one of the guys is a HVAC guy, and I had a hot water heater go in the middle of the night. I called him. He came right out. Like it was so nice to have community. And the parents talked a lot. And I was like, why don't we take that back to our work lives? We don't. Many don't take the time to get to know the people they're in the office with every day.
Right. 100%. So the
Get
message
outside
is,
your box.
yeah, well, there is no box.
Yeah.
And go talk to people.
Talk.
Yeah. All right, my friend. I will
Have a good
catch
day.
you.